Hey there guys, gals and non-binary pals, ad blockers on, and welcome to A Gaming Thought. Yes, I'm in a dressing gown. Yes, I didn't sleep last night. Yes, I'm still feeling crap, but we have something awesome to talk about today. Actually, two things. First of all, there's been a new update to OBS. It's now version 21.0.1. Whoo, baby. A lot of the changes don't make a huge difference to me, but one does. They've changed the mixer setup for audio. Wow. Just wow. I'm really impressed. It's now, let's put it this way, I'm seriously thinking about using this for recording pure audio now, not just video, because I normally use Audacity to record pure audio. Just wow. I'm really impressed. I mean, it's not at Audacity level yet, but it is far simpler to set up. Anyway, it's amazing. I really am impressed by it. What are we going to talk about today? Well, it's a gaming thoughts, and yesterday I had possibly the most awe-inspiring moment in gaming of the past, I'd like to say the past 3 months. And I'm about to do something I didn't think I would ever do again. I'm going to praise Square Enix. I know. Hang on. Cool your jets. What do I mean? Well, the last Final Fantasy I actually enjoyed, was Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, I'm old. I loved Final Fantasy VII. I loved 3 and 5. I didn't play the others up until 7. I loved 7. I played it through I think about 3 or 4 times. I loved 8. I played it through probably 5 or 6 times. I really enjoyed it. I loved those Final Fantasies, and I did not enjoy another Final Fantasy, barring one, until now. The barring one is I think it was 10/2. It's the one where the 3 characters from the main game become a girl band and you power yourself up by collecting outfits. It's kind of like a cross between Final Fantasy and Barbie. It was really good fun and I really enjoyed it, and I don't know why I did, but I did. But that was the last Final Fantasy I actually enjoyed until 15. Now, I was gotten 15 as a gift on PlayStation, and I've been playing it for the last 2 weeks in dribs and drabs, but thoroughly enjoying it. And at first I was kind of like about it. Like, it's okay, it's not bad, but it's just another open world game with lots of loot to collect, and it kind of felt like a hack and slash looter in Final Fantasy. Not a bad thing. Something I actually kind of wish they had done more in Final Fantasy. And I'm just playing along, and I'm like, okay, so I need to get this guy to his wedding, and I'm genuinely thought, okay, we'll get him to his wedding. Now, I'm not going to put too many spoilers in this, because in case you haven't played it, but there are going to be a few spoilers, okay? They're not going to be huge spoilers. So, as we all know, bad things happen, and I'm now in the middle of a 4-man war with the Imperium. Second fortress. You have to capture the commander of the fortress, which goes really easily. And by the way, I never thought there would be a Final Fantasy that did stealth well. But there's this mechanic in it, warp striking, where you throw your sword and you basically teleport to your sword. It's really fun. It's very well implemented. It's a brilliant mechanic. And it allows for truly intuitive and satisfying stealth. So you're stealthing along and you capture the guy, and one of your dudes, one of the other 3 very pretty boys, who in my head are all trans. They're all trans boys. They're very pretty, very well-groomed trans boys. They're computer characters. They might be. How do we know? It's Final Fantasy. For all we know, every character in Final Fantasy is trans. Just putting it out there. Look, everyone has their own bias. That's mine. And one of the 4 pretty boys goes off with your man, and you meet up with the other 2, and you take down the power source, the reactor for the fortress, and you've beaten it. And suddenly this woman appears. I think her name was Arano? I'm going to look it up. It's going to annoy me. FFXV. Aranie, who is, she's, I think, kind of an assassin. and she used this lance, and yeah, the fan service with the tits out kind of annoys me, because I'm like, she's wearing armor. Why in the hell does she have right here over her heart, completely bare to the world, while she's wearing a freaking helmet? And actually at the end of it, it's like, where in the hell did the helmet go? What? Um, the fan service in it does get me a little bit, but I will say this: the Square Enix have gotten better about that. Not every female character is basically running around in their skivvies anymore, which is good. But I'm fighting her and I'm on the ground, and it's good. It's fun. It's an enjoyable battle. It's like 4v1, and I'm getting my ass pounded into the ground fairly frequently. And then something changes. I don't know what it was exactly, except that I started getting the parries right. There's a parry system in Final Fantasy 15, which is actually pretty good. I mean, the only thing annoying about it is that the on-screen prompts make it look like you need to tap the buttons, when actually you need to hold the buttons. Everything in Final Fantasy 15 is hold the button, but it always looks like tap the button, which is kind of disconcerting, but anyway. So the parry happens, and all of a sudden I'm parrying everything she does. And she jumps up into the air, and without thinking, I warp strike at her. You know, in anime, when the battle suddenly goes into the sky, and the hero and the villain are they're punching and kicking each other in midair, and they're bashing back and then flying back in, and it never hit the ground, and it turned into that. I've never seen any game do that well. But for about 3 minutes, it was just the main character, the character you control, versus this mercenary assassin, really, really cute blonde with a big ass lance and a bad attitude, in midair, pounding the crap out of each other. And I'd warp strike at her, she would dash away, I'd warp strike somewhere for like a second to rebuild my stamina. Well, it's magic points, but it's basically stamina, before warping at her again, because if I stayed there any longer, she'd pound me into the ground. So it became this battle of constant movement, constant warp striking. Where is she? How long can I hang here to get back my magic points so that I can warp strike again without going into stasis, which is when you run out of warp strikes and you're basically dead meat. You're very vulnerable. You're not quite dead meat, but it's pretty close. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't ever remember any game where it felt like that before, where I felt like instead of playing a game, suddenly I was playing in an anime. Not a game, an actual anime, and a good anime. And of course, she broke off and escaped, and because Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure she's going to become a player character, or at least a party member at some stage in the future, because Final Fantasy. But that moment was amazing. It felt exciting. It felt natural. It flowed so well. The controls suddenly made sense and were so tight and so precise. I don't have words to express how incredible it was. It raises Final Fantasy 15 alongside Dragon Age Inquisition to a joint first place in my favorite role-playing games of all time. It knocks Final Fantasy 7 down to like fourth place, below Horizon Zero Dawn and then Dragon Age Origins. I mean, it's that good. It has problems, lots of them, but it's a really amazing game once you get into it and your brain starts working around the problems. And there's not huge problems. There's things that are kind of like, it's basically been patched to a point now where it's a really well-rounded, really well-designed game. I can't imagine how bad it was at launch, but right now it's a really, really good game and well worth the money. Even if it's just for that moment. Just hanging in midair and dashing at each other and using the air step skill to keep pounding on each other, because you'd attack, you jump, you attack, you jump, you warp strike back in. It was so good. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you all have a great day. hopefully I will actually get some Star Word Rogue augmented up tomorrow. I'm hoping to do some recording later today once painkillers kick in. But as I said, have a great day. In the meantime, ad blockers on, and as always, fuck YouTube.